What is going on, everybody? This is Jamo back again, bringing you some more hardcore domination gameplay back on the map Skydock. And what is this gameplay about? Exactly what the title says, starting a game bad. You see me right off the back be very undecisive where to place my trip mine, and also right in the beginning of the game you see the enemy attack us, go straight into attack mode and just go straight into our spawn area. So at this point I'm thinking, oh, please don't let this be a sweaty lobby, because all I'm trying to do, when you saw me spawn there, and as soon as I spawned, I got killed from behind with somebody using a shotgun. But yeah, so at this point I'm thinking to myself, please don't let this be a sweaty lobby, because all I'm trying to do is complete a contract challenge, which is get 125 kills using a sniper rifle. So I decided to use the EBR 800 particle, which is the rare version of this variant, because I figure since you can actually toggle it up from a sniper to an assault rifle, that it would be easier to complete the challenge. So I was hoping that this would be a relaxing lobby where I can just go ahead and just go after my challenge or contract challenge and not have to try very hard. But as you see right off the bat, the enemies are super aggressive. I'm being undecisive, my aim is off, so my shots are all over the place. As soon as I'm spawning, I'm getting killed. So again, I'm just starting out bad. Everything that you can think of, going bad it is, minus the lag, because there is no lag. It's just everything else. So you'll see pretty much what's going on in this first half. And also, since I don't use any sniper rifles, I don't have any attachments for this. So all I'm running is 5 perks, a cryo mine, and the trip mine. And that's it. That's all I'm using. Once again, you see me spawn there, and I got killed. And you'll see in this particular moment, I'm about to die again. Again, being undecisive with my shot. It's at this very point, look at this. I'm starting 3 and 7. 3 and 7. At this point, this is when I've decided I've had enough. I said, forget about the weekly contract. Let me change setups just in case I die again, or for when I start the second half. You see me place my trip mine with no hesitation. I start going straight into my spots without overthinking it. Now this spot right here, this is a good spot to be in. You will usually always have the advantage though, because of the angle that you're in. Even if they fly up, no matter what angle they come at you, you will have the advantage most of the time. The only thing you have to be careful about is looking behind you. But for the most part, you will usually hear them coming at you, and even if you don't, once again, you'll have the advantage. Now if you think that they're going to be coming behind you, I like to get over here and start pre-aiming on that spot. The reason that I came over here is because if you look at the mini map, you can see that they're starting to make their way there, and you saw my trip mine got the first one. But again, because of the mini map, I was able to see that the enemies are starting to come towards the sea area, which is why I relocated to this spot right over here. Now at this point, I hear the enemy once again on my left side, so I jumped and shot, got that easy kill, and I get behind another spot that I like being in, which is right behind this spot. This spot they never ever check. Well, I wouldn't say never. The only times that they ever check this area is after they've gotten killed from here so many times that you get them thinking, and then they start checking. That's why I like moving from one spot to another, even if it's around the same area, but you see me move around. You saw me getting shot, so I phase shifted my way out. Got another easy kill right there. So once again, I'm still staying back here, but you see me getting into different areas of the map. And that's going to be confusing the enemy, because now you got them wondering, where is he hiding at? If I would have stayed in one single spot the whole time, I would not have gotten all these easy kills. Now notice where I placed the cryo mine, which is right in the middle. You don't want to put it directly in front of you though, because they will be able to go ahead and see it. And so you saw how that was able to warn me that somebody was coming, and once again get an easy kill. Now because I've been all over the place back here, you'll see them coming, and you see how he's starting to creep his way into the area, whereas before they were just rushing through. Now they're moving very, very slowly looking for you, and just like that I was able to go ahead and get my first warden. You see them trying to capture C, and I was able to take him out just like that. I ran out of bullets, so I ended up picking up somebody else's weapon. So you saw the turnaround of how the game is going once I've decided that I've had enough of how the game was going, and again, all the problems that I was having that was not due to the game itself or any lag issues, it was just, like I said, a little bit of everything. So I decided that I had enough, and I pretty much, decided to focus on what was going on and try to pull myself out of that hole. Now remember, I started 3-7. Now the reason that I wanted to bring this gameplay out to you guys is to basically show you that I have my bad games also. But for me, when I start going negative and see that gunfight right there, I felt that I didn't have the advantage. I felt that he had all the advantage because of where he was located and where I was located. So I just decided to pick my battle and decided not to engage in that gunfight right there. So I moved on and made my way over to C. But yeah, as I was saying, that the reason that I wanted to bring this gameplay to you guys is to show you that I do have my bad games, that that I do start bad, but when I do, for me it becomes a challenge if I can turn things around. I see a lot of people that the moment that they start having a bad game, they completely end up leaving the lobby, to either save their KDs or just because they don't want to deal with the challenge. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that I've never backed out of the game. I have backed out of games still, but the reasons that I back out of games is for different reasons. Either I'm lagging so bad that either I'm moonwalking in place, or my teammates or enemies are moonwalking in place, or within a flinch of an eye, you end up from one side of the map to another, or other players do. Basically, if the lag is really bad. Also, if I'm playing against a full team and half or more than half of my team ends up backing out, and then they end up leaving me, where they end up leaving the enemies with advanced UAVs and wardens, etc., and I was pretty much the only one carrying my own weight, then it makes no sense to be playing 2 versus 6 or 3 versus 5 or 6 after they end up leaving them with all those streaks, and to the point where you're really not playing for anything. So I have backed out of games like that. Or if I'm playing with a team of reverse boosters that are on my team, so stuff like that. It's just stuff that I don't like to put up with. But I've never backed out of a game because I'm doing bad or because it's a challenge. As a matter of fact, if it's a challenge, I want to stay in that lobby because I want to be able to see if I can make adjustments to where I can improve on the next game, to where I can eventually end up beating that team. But I see a lot of players just completely back out just because they're playing against a solid team and they're worried about their KD taking a hit. And see, right now I shifted my way into position to get these 2 enemies that were that ended up capturing C. So not only was I able to phase shift to put myself in position to kill them, but also to recapture. So I like using phase shift not only to escape and get out of danger, I also like using it to position myself and attack. So a lot of times when you're having a bad game, if you stick it out, a lot of times that bad game that you're starting out, a lot of times can end up turning into one of your best games, or one of the games that you end up having the most fun with. Which, as you can see, for example, in this particular game, once again I started 3-7, and you see me picking up my second warden, doing some work, I'm getting some kills. Everything has completely changed, and it all decided once I made up my mind that I've had enough and that I was going to start focusing on this gameplay. And again, look at this spot right here. Look how easily I'm able to pick them up, and just like that, I was able to pick up my 3rd warden. A lot of times people think that I'm in one single spot the whole time, but as you've seen in this gameplay, I'm in the same area but not in the exact same spot. And because of that, you saw that enemy right there very carefully look around for me. So that's what starts going on. By moving around in an area, even if it's a small area, you'll confuse the enemy. But anyways, this gameplay is over. I went from starting 3-7 to finishing up 51-10. I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. As you see my warden get the final kill. But once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you all later.